Some Marvel Rivals characters have been around since like the 1930s, bro. Namor, Bucky, Cap, while others were seemingly created yesterday. Today's video is about one of the newer ones, which is good because I need a topic that doesn't go back 100 full-ass years for once. Today, I want to discover the comic book character design evolution of Marvel's K-pop superhero, Luna Snow. So if that sounds good to you, smash like, pump the subs, blast the comment section, and let's ice up. Luna Snow first appeared in 2018 for the mobile game Marvel Future Fight. But if we're gonna be pedantic, which I always am, she actually first appeared in a teaser trailer for her character. In the trailer, Luna is dancing to K-pop music in total silhouette. That works for me because silhouette is one of the biggest fundamentals in character design. I say that this is a strong silhouette because I can make out practically her entire fit. We don't get a good look at the two-tone eyes and hair, but we can definitely see the cut of the jacket, some accessories, and her shorts. In the reveal trailer, her full design comes into focus. She's rocking that asymmetrical emo hairstyle, the short side being the lighter half, and we can now tell that she has one blue eye and one brown eye. For a mobile game character, this design went pretty damn hard. Not gonna lie. Her powers weren't exactly the most creative. She was basically just Ice Lady, but packaging her as a K-pop superhero is what I think helped her resonate with audiences, especially considering with how big K-pop was in the 2010s. In 2019, we got War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas 1, written by Greg Pak and art by Gang Hyuk Lim. The New Agents of Atlas were formed by Headmaster Jimmy Who. It's like a school for superheroes and also a team of elite crime fighters. I think I may have heard something like that before. Either way, some big threatening monster villain type thing emerges from New York. This big green fella named Brawn tippy taps on a screen for a little bit, and Jimmy Who determines that the monster is also in Korea, I guess? Moments after assembling the team, literally moments after assembling the team, while they're all arguing, Jimmy forces them to shut up, suit up, and head to Korea. When they get there, they meet the hero of today's story. You see, K-pop superhero is already on the scene, fighting the bad guys as everybody watches from the aircraft in total awe. They're all like, oh, she's so pretty, she's so cool, oh my god, she's just the best superhero ever. And while they're all doing that, the plane that they're all in crashes. Now the agents are joining Luna on the ground. They thank her by freezing her, I guess. This first look at Luna in the comics shows her in her more traditional superhero-style bodysuit. And I'm a sucker for these high-tech supersuits, bro, but I will admit that it doesn't make as much narrative sense as the hot pants and leather jacket. She is a pop star after all. Also, to be fair, this bodysuit is lacking any snowflake iconography that really helps Luna stand out of the superhero crowd. Next up, Luna appeared in a 2019 one-shot to explain her origin written by Alyssa Wong with art by Gang Hyuk Lim. Again, Luna and her bandmates are backstage discussing stage names and generally just being cute before a show. As they take the stage, their manager introduces us to this fancy new snow machine or something. The Stark Arena, the venue of tonight's concert, runs on cold fusion energy, and these bad guys over here, well, they really want it. So they try to obtain it, and in good, true bad guy fashion, they put Luna in a cryo-reactor. Instead of freezing to death, Luna gets superpowers in this cryo-reactor and then defeats the team full of bad guys in like 6 or 7 panels. The super suit that she's wearing that night is the same one that she was wearing to perform that night, which is why it makes total sense for the story. The cryo-reactor didn't just give her ice powers though, it gave her that two-tone hair and the split-colored eyes. So if you couldn't tell, the origin story is a bit half-baked and doesn't make a lot of sense. Good thing that this is a comic book and that story is only half the appeal. This fully developed Luna Snow design sells the character on aesthetics alone. The splash page of her emerging from the reactor is gorgeous. The colors, the composition, the layout, it's masterful. In a Black Cat annual written by Jed MacKay in 2021, Luna Snow appears as drawn by Joey Vasquez in her high-tech snowflake-free super suit. She doesn't get a ton of panel time until the writers need to nearly kill her at the end. I'm including this book as an example that Luna Snow is essentially just a side character of a side character at this point. Although she has a bit of a cult following in the year 2026, it didn't seem like the writers had too much faith in her back then. And why would they? Luna Snow was created for a mobile game, and her backstory is flimsy at best. In 2022, Marvel published a book called The Tiger Division. In lore, Tiger Division is a government-sanctioned superhero team in South Korea. That also kind of sounds like something I may have heard before. Anyway, Luna Snow is on this team. The art in this book by Kreese Lee is by far the best treatment Luna Snow has gotten thus far. She appears in the book in her high-tech bodysuit, this time with this fancy comms piece in her ear. Her hair here is starting to even out too. The only asymmetrical aspect of it is the color. The cut is now uniform from right to left. Also, dudes, do you know Silk? She's like another one of these spider people or whatever. So, anyway, in 2022, Marvel gave Silk her own solo series. And in issue 2 of that series, written by Emily Kim with art by Takeshi Miyazawa, our girl Luna Snow appears alongside the titular character right there on the cover. Not much has changed from a design standpoint here, but it's interesting to note that her generic, nondescript suit was indeed her default look for a good few years there. Inside the book, it gets a little bit more interesting. You see, Silk's real name is Cindy Moon, and she was bitten by the same spider as Peter Parker. She has the same boss as Peter Parker, and she has the same powers as Peter Parker. Are we sure Marvel's not recycling over there? Somebody please take out the blue bin. Anyway, Silk only had one mission as a superhero, and that was to save her family. Very noble. After she successfully did that, she wrestled with the idea of going back to her normal life. On one evening, she thought that she could balance it, so she went to a Luna Snow concert. While enjoying the show, comic book stuff happens, leading Cindy to have to perform her superhero duties. All of that is fine, but the real showstopper here is Luna Snow's new look. Finally, a new design. I'm no fashion expert, so I don't know the names of the kind of shirt and skirt we got over here, but what I do know, however, is I like how they're cut. The angles of the clothes match the angles of the hair, and all of that add to Luna's asymmetrical aesthetic. I will say this outfit looks like something from the late 70s, perhaps a more appropriate outfit for a Dazzler type. Either way, this feels like a pop star look, regardless of the decade, so I guess I'm cool with it. Speaking of the Dazzler, wouldn't it be cool if Luna and Dazzler did a book together? Well, intrepid viewer, fear no longer. In 2025, we got just that. We got Concert of Champions, written by Jason Liu, with art by Rafael Loureiro and Ruairi Coleman. Luna and Dazzler join Lila Cheney in this adventure, who I'm unfamiliar with. Apparently, she's a British punk rock mutant, but I know nothing of this character yet. If you know everything about Lila Cheney, comment down below. On the cover, Luna is dressed in her supersuit, but in the book, she's wearing a color swap of her first outfit. This green version looks awesome, but the blue makes way more sense to her as a character. Although, I will admit the green does look pretty great. As someone who is collecting the 80s Dazzler books, I think that this pair-up is an obvious crossover. I enjoy the book, and I could definitely see them doing a limited series, at least. A musical mutant saga is something that I could definitely get on board with, even though I know Luna isn't technically a mutant. In 2024, Marvel Rivals dropped a critical and commercial success. Included in that roster was Luna Snow. To most people playing the game, including me, this was an introduction to this character. In the game, Luna is an overpowered strategist with one of the most insane ultimates in the game. Once she pops her ult, anyone who stands near her is basically invincible for about 12 seconds or so. As for the skins, they basically all slap. Her base skin is a take on her original design, and as far as I'm concerned, this is her main look. The costume is simple, but effective in communicating her powers and personality. The white and blue motif lends towards her snowy proclivities. Her Hellfire Gala formal wear is a Marvel Rivals original, and it was designed by one of my favorite artists in the game right now, Peach Momoko. I think that this is such a strong look. It's so posh and regal. You can tell that this was designed by somebody who knows clothes and not just comic book characters. I adore how the fur on this outfit matches the two-tone of her hair. The purple highlights and accent make the design feel royal and expensive. This was the best Hellfire skin, in my opinion. Simply stunning. Peach Momoko also did these designs for the game over here, along with the base skin for Psylocke. If you get anything from this video, it's my recommendation to check out as many Peach Momoko books as you possibly can. When summer rolled around, Rivals dropped a bunch of bum-focused swimsuit skins. Most of them were pretty expensive, but the developers threw us the Luna Snow one for free. Bless their hearts. The swimsuit is cool and all, I'm a big fan, but I'm not huge on what they did with her hair here. They swapped the black half for blue and made the overall length a little longer, and they flared it out a bit. I think that this is a downgrade. The design element that I really love, however, here is the crystallization of the skin, making it look like she's made of ice. This skin is no longer in the store, but the ones that are include this one over here, and I hate this mess of a design, to be honest. The concept is cool. She's half symbiote, half ice or whatever. Where it fails is the execution. This is one messy, clunky silhouette, and the textures make my teeth hurt. This one's called Cherry Dessert, and it's her cupcake themed look, and to me, it's a little bit too busy as well. I love the colors, but the cut of the dress breaks my poor little lizard brain. Here's her like futuristic motocross look or whatever. I can almost hear how squeaky this jacket is. This one's called Shining Star, and it's more formal wear, and I don't know why you'd wear this one when the Hellfire Gala one is still available. And just like in the comics, we get a green variant of the base skin, and it's called Minty Beats. More like Mid Beats, am I right? The only character newer to the Marvel Universe in Rivals is Jeff the Landshark. I love that newer characters are finding fans and getting popular alongside all these proven legacy characters. I enjoy playing as Luna, but she's not one of my mains. I'm a Gambit one-trick these days and proud of it. Gambit suits my playstyle so much more than any other character in the game. But if you're a Luna main, I want to know what skins you're rocking. And even if you don't play her, I still want to know what your favorite skin is. Comment down below. If you're craving pop star flavored superhero stories, I recommend getting your hands on some of those Dazzler issues. I got all mine in the dollar bin at the local shop. I'm feeling a Dazzler resurgence. Dazzler to Rivals 2026. Okay, thanks for watching or whatever.